Hey everyone, this is Chris at Cryptocurrent, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Ethereum. We've seen that recently Ethereum has been pumping like crazy, and it's been getting a lot of attention, so I want to go dive into the charts and give some reasons as to why I think it's going to go higher. If you enjoy the video, or you're new to the channel, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, I want to be talking about the global market cap for crypto. Because just recently, we have made new all-time highs. This is a huge moment, and I've been waiting for this moment for the past 3 years. So I'm very happy with this. You see that right here, at the current levels, we are at $881 billion. Around, $60–70 billion higher than we were in the peak of 2017, in that huge bubble. But now we've smashed through that and we're in price discovery mode for the global market cap. If we scroll down here and we look at the market cap excluding Bitcoin, we can see that it's not even near the highs that it was in 2017. So what does this indicate? This indicates that there is still a lot of room to grow for altcoins. Right now, Bitcoin has been the name of the game. Everyone's been paying attention to it. But I think that as more and more people and institutions become interested in Bitcoin, they realize that there's a lot more to the space than just that cryptocurrency. Recently, we've seen a huge uptick right here in the market cap by about $40–50 billion, and a nice inflow into the alt space. And I think that's mainly because people are taking profits from their Bitcoin positions and moving them into riskier plays like altcoins. This just means that we're getting later into the cycle. So if we scroll down a little more and look at history, because sometimes history can give us some hints as to what might happen in the future. With Ethereum in particular, we saw that it had a really big rally here in the beginning of 2016, right? With its valuation at around 13% of the total market cap. And again, later in 2017, when it had an enormous rally and there was talk about the flippening. If you guys don't know what the flippening is, it's pretty much just when or if a coin that is not Bitcoin takes the first place in market cap. And we saw that here, Ethereum got very close at its very highs. It was valued at 31% of the total market cap, whereas Bitcoin was 37%, so it was only 6% away from overtaking Bitcoin. So at this moment in time, a lot of people were asking themselves, like, will Ethereum be the next big thing? And we ended up realizing that no, that wasn't the case, and the bear market came in at that exact same point. And since then, we've been bleeding compared to Bitcoin on the market cap. So now let's move into why I think that there's a lot of potential in Ethereum. So first of all, I want to be talking about the inflows that we have from huge institutions. We always hear about Grayscale and MicroStrategy and all these institutions going into Bitcoin, but what people don't really talk about as much is that they're also diversifying their crypto portfolios with altcoins. Here we see that the largest altcoin that they're accumulating in crypto is Ethereum, right? This is the cumulative inflows in the past 12 months. And we see that around $200 million has been thrown into Ethereum, right? And it's only growing over time. So the institutions are paying attention to Ethereum finally, right? It's not just all about Bitcoin. On top of that, we have an enormous amount. I think it's around 5 or 6% of the total Ethereum circulating supply locked up in DeFi. This means that there's a lot less on the market and this will in turn push the prices higher, because if there's not much supply, not much Ethereum moving around, there's less sell pressure, and then in turn the buyers will push the price up, especially if big institutions like Grayscale, MicroStrategy, etc. are coming in and buying up Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. So now let's go ahead and just jump into the technicals. So here I have the chart of Ethereum compared to the US dollar. And since the lows of March, the huge capitulation with the fears of coronavirus and the global stock market and the economy and everything kind of going haywire, we've been on a continuous uptrend just like Bitcoin, right? We've been respecting this line of support for the past year or so now. or sorry, not year, for the past 10 months. And we're getting relatively close to our all-time highs, which, depending on which exchange you're looking at, is, you know, $14,000-15,000, give or take. So this is really great to see, right? Once we break all-time highs, just like Bitcoin did, we'll enter price discovery mode, right? Which just means that there's little technical analysis that you can do from that point on, but it does mean that, you know, people will be paying a lot more attention to it, and potentially we'll be seeing some huge moves. So why I think that we'll be making these huge moves is because if we look at the Bitcoin comparative chart, you know, historically speaking, during bull markets, which was this one over here, for example, this one over here was also a bull market, and this one over here was also a bull market, we've seen huge gains compared to Bitcoin, right? Because Ethereum came in 2016, and just when it launched, it had a huge, you know, 2,000% rally compared to Bitcoin, and then again it had a, you know, another 2,000% rally, and again it had a smaller one because of course we have diminishing returns, but still a 400% rally compared to Bitcoin, not the US dollar. And right now we are at a really critical level. So as you can see, we've been following this uptrend, you know, since January of last year. We tested it once here, again here, and again here. But recently, with Bitcoin's huge move up, we know that all the altcoins bled significantly. And this was this drop right here, right? We had a drop of around 30% on the Bitcoin comparative value. Despite Ethereum, you know, charging upwards in dollar value, compared to Bitcoin, it lost a lot of value. But just recently, you know, in the past couple days or so, we've seen a huge influx of capital come in and push the price up. And now we're at this critical level where we are testing the recent downtrend line, and that's at the same time acting as resistance as our previous support line. So if we can get above this critical level, you know, the 3 million Satoshi level, or sorry, the 30 million Satoshi level, I'm pretty sure. Nope, 3 million. If we can get above this level and solidify it as support, I'm very confident that we could start, you know, chartering up to new highs, or at least test these new highs of, you know, 4 million Satoshis, and then, you know, these highs up here of 8 million Satoshis. And if we look at how, you know, the prices compared to US dollars acted in the last market, we saw that there was at the highs, Ethereum was valued at around 0.1 Bitcoin. That means 10% of what Bitcoin was worth. And at the current levels of, you know, Ethereum being at around $1,000, give or take, 10% of what Bitcoin is worth, if, you know, we chartered up to these Bitcoin comparative highs, that would give Ethereum a price of $30,000, right? A little more than $30,000, which is huge, right? So I'm not saying that it will be the case this time that Ethereum charters up to these levels, because of course there's diminishing returns, but what makes me very optimistic is that it's not, this isn't just retail buy pressure coming in, this is institutional buy pressure coming in with Grayscale and MicroStrategy and dozens of others that are going to end up piling in. But yeah, these are my 2 cents on why I think Ethereum might rally higher. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It would support me, help me out a lot, and yeah, stay tuned for another video, and I'll be back soon. Bye guys.